All right, guys, Grizzly Risley coming at you with 7-1 to 7-3 day 2. Today we're going to combine all the rules and solve slightly more complicated problems. All right, so number 1, when you have a fraction to a power, we need to distribute it to the top and the bottom. Okay, so that'll be 1 to the negative 2, and on bottom it's going to be 5 to the negative 2. And then you never want to have a negative exponent in your final answer. So we're going to have to do the Snoop Dogg rule. And if your exponent's negative, we got to drop it like it's hot. And if it's negative on the bottom, we got to bring it to the top. And the base and the power will travel together. Okay, so on top now, we have 5 to the positive 2. And on bottom, we have 1 to the positive 2. And we actually don't want you guys to get the answer. We just want you to write it in this form. I know the answer is 25 over 1, but we want you to just leave it like this. All right, number 2 is that rule that if you are multiplying same bases, the base stays the same, but you add. You add the exponents. So what's negative 4 plus 4? Well, that's 0. And then the second part of this is anything to the 0 power is always 1. Okay, so the answer is 1. All right, number 3 is exactly the same. If you are multiplying same bases, the base stays the same, and you add the powers. So 5 plus negative 5 is 0. And then same thing. Anything to the 0 power is always 1. So it's just kind of combining all the rules. All right, number 4. So this one, there's nothing to do except if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. Okay, so really what it is this. So if your exponent's negative, you drop it like it's hot. So then it's 1 over negative 8 to the positive 2. Right? Because if you drop it, the exponent becomes positive. And then we don't want you to solve it. All we want you to do is, remember that rule number 7, I think it was? If you have a negative base to an even power, the negative goes away. So we just want you to show that you know that and say that this is the same as 1 over positive 8 squared because the negative goes away when you square something. All right, 5 and 6 are a breeze, right? Anything to the 0 power is always 1. And anything to the 0 power is always 1. So those are easy. All right, and then 7, 8, 9. Okay, number 7. 7, is the rule that if you have a power to a power, you multiply. So the base 4 stays the same, but power to a power, you multiply and get negative 4. And then, no negative exponents in your final answer. So if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. So that means we need to drop the base and its power to the bottom. So final answer, 1 over 4 to the positive 4. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. And remember, the base and the power have to travel together. Number 8, same rule. If you have a base with a power to a power, you multiply. So the base stays 5, but power to a power multiply, you get 5 to the 3rd. And there's nothing else to do there. And then number 9, we have options. Number 9, let's see, if you want to do the dividing rule, if you divide same bases, you subtract. So the 5 stays the same, the base stays the same, but you subtract. What's negative 1 minus 2? So let me write that off to the side. Negative 1 minus 2, that's negative 3. Okay, that's the dividing rule. When you divide, you subtract. All right, but if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. So that means that the base and the power need to drop. So final answer is 1 over 5 cubed. 1 over 5 to the third. All right, that's today's video on kind of using the properties a little bit more. Thanks for watching.